Hello everybody. I hope you're good. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel, and thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and commenting. As you have seen, it's here today. I'm going to be telling you guys a story of a time when I burnt my boyfriend's clothes. Well, a very huge disclaimer before I start. I am no longer that person. Like I'm no longer that person. I'm told tsunami and why see this in yami one is and she is so I'm just no longer that person. You know, I'm just in the snacks. Things that trigger me to be that person, or relationships that trigger me to be that person, I run very far from them. You know, so yeah. First and foremost. So, okay, this was back in tertiary, right? Okay, let's say the guy's name will be Ujablan. So Ujablan and I was from the song, school in the tertiary, so the song is it was a music school also. So Ujablan again. You know, it was one of those relationships where like even at school they always laughed at that relationship because it was just so odd. Say Tunja was odd. I was very quiet, naive, very timid, shy girl, you know, and which I learned was a vandal, which is why it was very odd to other people, because people at school always felt but why are you dating this guy? Because you guys are completely two different people, you know. You're a very shy, sweet girl. You deserve, you know, a certain type of guy. And which I'm not you know, like now I just like Yazin Ujalan is that guy. Ujalan is that guy, guys. If Bugatiwa very manje uyabuya, I don't even want some of my friends to meet Ujablan. Yes, I am that ashamed of him. You know, Ujablan was way out of the criteria or whatever criteria I had put for a guy. Ujablan Jevelena. But he's not usually what I would go for, but because he's here and he's very persistent, he's very consistent, why not just give him a chance? You know, he was just one of those guys, you know. He was from Soweto. I'm not saying that guy's from Soweto, but hey, if the shoe fits, you know. So yeah, it was just one of those relationships. Now it was not the normal type of guy I would go for. Basically, let me just say he was not my typical type of guy that I would go for. But he was there, and I was like, which is why even today, guys, I will never ever date somebody who's not my type. I'd rather get played by my type. You know, I'd rather get hurt. He's a player. I didn't have to sacrifice anything on my side. You understand? So Ujablan had sacrificed so much because number one, already he was not my type in this but because he was sweet, he was persistent, you know, you know. Anyway, yeah, let's get back to the story. So Ujablan, that relationship was just toxic, you know, very toxic at some point, you know. Ujablan used to drink a lot. We used to drink a lot. And he hey, yeah, you understand? Hi, Ujablan again. We dating vele. Now and again we'd have these arguments, you know. So this one time, the day that led me to burn the clothes there. So I can't really remember what we were arguing about, but like and I remember the argument lasted throughout the night, you know, and I was just like, this guy is not stopping, and he kept using something that I had told him. I use that against me, you know. So I was like, hey, you know, we have an argument, fine. How extending its argument say pelile I look I tell you paraffin, I tell you paraffin, I mean reach a very point of which I pella. I when so young trailer man. So when I see him or mobile relationship man, you know those people when you you date them And you're the pretty one in the relation. I was, if I may say so myself. So Ujablan was kind of challenged as well in that department, Diabo. So, and I felt he's taking me for granted. Already I sacrificed his time and let's date. He's not really normally what I would go for. But I felt because ngoba vele now udlayabo. And then once is in the relationship. Like what the hell, dude, you know? Ujablan ekuseni uyaqhubeka hayi umuntu usangithuka hayiboni isayifela iphelile indaba le. Now at some point I need to just kumele nje ngizilwele nami ngibone ukuthi ngenzani. Hayi vele ngihambe enkamareni kaJabulani vele ngithathe vele into zakhe. But what had happened was azange ngishise impahla zakhe zonke. I only burnt the ones that I had bought him. Like, yeah, he was just that guy. When he had money, he would not normally buy clothes or whatever. He would just buy, alcohol. It was just all about that. So now and again, umuntu mamthanda, like, hey, singithengela baby shirt, singithengela baby jean, let me buy you baby a jacket, So I only burnt the things that I had bought for him. And it was class time. I remember very well because esikolweni vele lapho kuleyo venue leyo, and then there were people who were coming in. So that morning nje, people were just so confused ukuthi hayibo abanye baceda ufika thina asikakagezi sibhizi nje ngibhizi ngithathana nezinto kuma wardrobe ngiyozibeka ngaphandle vele. Hayi vele ngithatha impahla ngihambe ngizibeke ngithi ngiyalight. I remember ngihambe ngiyolanda i-iso plus the spray list nasibona masivele fika ngathela wow, ngasithela mangiqeda ukuthela vele ngalight ayivele yabambeka wathi vele. So abantu esikoleni balokho babhizi, hey Thembi, hayi ehlisa umoya. I was like, guys, ngihlukane nami, I've had it, like I'm done ujabulani like I'm done. I'm so sick of this guy. Because andimazi ukuthi yena bekangenzani the whole night. I very eventually burnt the clothes. And funny enough, the relationship, okay, obviously sakwatelana, for a day or two, but the relationship never ended. But besokile into yokuthi mangithi ngimthengela into zokuthi hayi uzoyishisa mosivele, so wangithengela. So we had continued the relationship, but besekunama limits nyana, wokuthi vele akusathengelwana next because wena mawuthengile kusizani uyashisa izinto. So yeah, let's just let it go vele, ungangithengeli next. Just don't buy me anything. Okay, fine. That relationship just was so toxic. There are a lot of things happen in that relationship. But I think it's one of the relationships that taught me, namanje, like those lessons that I learned in that relationship are still standing. Once ngibona into engathi toxic in a relationship, I leave because I never ever want to go back to that person where I lose myself to a point of burning somebody's clothes. Like me, a whole sweet Thembi burning somebody's clothes. Like, I'm not that person, guys. I'm a very sweet girl. I'm sure Nanya's bonnet. Very sweet, very, very cute and loving. So, yeah. Anyway. So again, that was just the end of that whole relationship. It didn't end there, we continued. But yeah, man, also the lessons learned in that relationship is that when you find yourself in a space where you've lost yourself in a relationship, just move out, man. Like, leave it. It's really not worth it. When you reach that point, it's toxic. Like, it's now a toxic space. Just leave it. So yeah, man, that's it for today with story time. And yeah, I hope you guys are good. And thank you so much to everybody that has subscribed and liked the channel. Please continue to tell a friend and to tell a friend, and it's just growing numbers. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.